excited about getting our bees tomorrow. Wanted to do a little quick video on the Warre Hive system that my husband, Jeff Ward, put together, and myself. Let's see, I am Blythe Barbo from Barbolian Fields. The rooftops, we've got two hives here. One I painted with a sunflower. This one here, we're strapping these down with some bungee cord systems because we get a lot of wind around here, and if the dog were to knock it over or something like that, that could be very upsetting for the bees. This one here has a hollyhock of some sort on there. That would be my interpretation of a hollyhock. Okay, and this is the way the Warre Hive is set up. It's named after Abbe Emile Warre, a Frenchman back in the 1800s. You can find his philosophies and his plans for the Warre Hive on the internet. This top box here is called the Quilt. It's basically a way for the hive to breathe and absorb moisture. We filled it full of sawdust and dried leaves. The bottom cloth is kind of a canvas gut cloth. Should work pretty well. Set this down right here. Okay, this here is a, it's a top, well, it's not the quilt, what are the top cloth they call it. It usually goes over the bars, but we have in here right now a temporary box to house the feeding system. We'll be putting some syrup in here tomorrow when I let loose the bees, or maybe some hard candy over the winter feed if they need it. Okay, so you can see inside that is a jar. This will be full of a 1-to-1 sugar syrup. Just poke little holes in the top of the jar so it can drip out. And these little slats just keep it elevated so the bees can crawl up in there. Okay. Surface tension keeps that from all leaking out at once. This here is the main box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 main boxes here. It's very simple, as you can see. Just a series of slats. This is a top bar hive, no frames. You can take all of these out, and hopefully the camera can show this, because what we did was we put a triangular piece of wood here, and then we coated this with some beeswax. Just makes it easier for the bees to start their comb. And they all come out very easily, interchangeable, locks in place, empty on the bottom, as you can see. 8 slats on there. And well, I don't need to take them all off. You can see how that works. At the very bottom, you can see there's an entryway right here. And then this section right here is a place to catch some debris, and you can access it from the back. That way you're not coming to the hive from the front and they won't see you as a threat. So from the back, we can open up this handy dandy little drawer, and it just closes off the back. It is, most of the stuff will just fall right down on here, and you can just easily take it out for cleaning. This is an 1/8" screen, and there's a white it's kind of a plastic corrugated board in there. The idea is you can coat that board with Vaseline. If you want to check for mites, the mites can fall through the screen, the bees will not. And you can count the mites and see if they're a problem. Hopefully it won't be a problem. It's supposed to be less of a problem with the Warre hives. The Warre hives are smaller. They're only 12" by 12" on the inside diameter of these boards. We used a little bit thicker board on it, a 2" board, or whatever that mills down to. That would be my dog Barkley. Let's see, put this box up here. There we go. And the idea is to release the bees in here, feed them a little sugar syrup here until things warm up a bit around here. We got a lot of dandelions, not much else blooming right now. Put this on top of here. This will flatten out over time. It's just still a little bit bowed because, oh, I should probably show you this cloth. It's a burlap glued together with a screen just to give it some thickness. If I were to do this again, which I might, I would probably make it, this outside diameter is 15" square. I would probably make it 14" square, so it doesn't, kind of goes a little bit on the outside edge. I didn't get it. It's hard to cut the screen right. And put that quilt up on there. Just helps with all the ventilation It's absorbing the moisture. Put the roof back on. Should fit right on there with just a little bit of room. I guess that's on there right. Yep, we got it. And then we strap her on down. So simple, easy to assemble, easy to take apart, minimum of disruption. And the idea is to leave the bees, let them be bees. Leave them alone, let them do their own thing. I really like this idea of beekeeping, and I'm hoping that it will be a place where they will be happy. Thank you very much.